Close your eyes for a second and imagine this. You wake up, step out onto the balcony of your cabin, and instead of traffic noise or city smog, you're staring at turquoise water so clear you can see the sand below. Or maybe towering cliffs with waterfalls crashing into the sea. Or even penguins waddling across a sheet of ice. That's the beauty of cruising. Every morning, a new world waits outside your window. In this video, I'm taking you through 6 of the most breathtaking cruise routes in the world. These aren't your ordinary vacations. These are the trips that people dream about for years. We'll sail through tropical islands, ancient deserts, icy fjords, wild glaciers, exotic Asian ports, and finally, the edge of the Earth itself. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's dream big. Because these are the most scenic cruises you need to take at least once in your lifetime. Route 1. Caribbean Paradise. Let's start with the classic, the Caribbean. If cruising had a home, this would be it. You board the Icon of the Seas in Miami, and let me tell you, this isn't just a ship. It's a floating theme park. There are water slides taller than some hotels, an actual park on board with trees, and more pools than you could swim in during a week. But the real magic? Every morning when you dock, you're somewhere new. The first stop is usually St. Martin. And here's the thing, St. Martin isn't just about beaches. It's about that beach. You know the one. Maho Beach, where planes fly right over your head, so close you feel the engines shake your whole body. Everyone gathers with cameras, screaming as jets land. It's one of those experiences you never forget. Next is St. Thomas. Now here, the vibe shifts. The water is still beautiful, but it's also about the views. You hike up to Blackbeard's castle and look out over the harbor. Dozens of ships, turquoise water, mountains in the distance. It feels like you're on top of the world. Then there's Cozumel, Mexico. This is snorkeling heaven. You put on your mask, dive into the water, and suddenly you're surrounded by coral reefs and colorful fish. It's like swimming in a giant aquarium. And finally, perfect day at Coco Cay. This one's special because it's not just a port, it's a private island owned by the cruise line. You've got a massive water park, zip lines across the beach, and quiet lagoons where you can just float for hours. Here's the crazy part. While you're doing all this, back home it's probably winter. People are shoveling snow, scraping ice off their cars, and you're sipping a cocktail under palm trees. That's the Caribbean for you. And that's why this route is so loved. It's fun, it's tropical, and it's pure happiness on water. Route 2. Middle East Explorer. From the Caribbean sunshine, we fly halfway across the world to the Middle East. And trust me, this one will surprise you. Your ship? The MSC World Europa. This thing looks like it was designed for the future. There's a 300-foot LED dome inside, a massive promenade, and an 11-deck slide spiraling through the middle. It's like stepping into a sci-fi movie. The first stop? Dubai. You step off the ship and the heat hits you. But the skyline? Unreal. The Burj Khalifa towers above everything. You can spend the day shopping in luxury malls or go dune bashing in the desert. One minute you're on a camel, the next you're on the world's fastest roller coaster. Then it's Abu Dhabi. The Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque here is, honestly, words don't do it justice. White marble, gold details, chandeliers bigger than cars. You walk inside and it's silent, calm, peaceful. Next up is Doha, Qatar. The Corniche gives you the perfect view of the skyline, and the Museum of Islamic Art is like stepping into history. Then you hit Serbani Yas Island. Now this one's wild. It's basically a safari island. You take a jeep, and suddenly you're face to face with giraffes, cheetahs, gazelles. On a cruise! And finally, Muscat, Oman. This place feels ancient. Old forts, souks filled with spices, mountains meeting the ocean. It's authentic, traditional, and a beautiful contrast to the futuristic vibes of Dubai and Doha. This cruise is like traveling through time. One port ultra-modern, the next thousands of years old. And the scenery? Desert sands, turquoise seas, and city skylines. It's something you won't find anywhere else in the world. Route 3. Norwegian Fjords. Now let's trade deserts for ice. Welcome to Norway. The cruise begins in Bergen. The city itself looks like a painting. Colorful wooden houses lined up along the harbor. From here, the ship sails deep into the fjords. First stop, Flam. This is home to the Flam Railway, one of the most scenic train rides in the world. Imagine mountains, waterfalls, and tunnels carved straight through rock. Then Geiranger Fjord. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and you'll understand why the second you see it. Giant cliffs on both sides, waterfalls crashing down, and the ship feels tiny between them. One of the waterfalls is called the Seven Sisters, 7 streams falling side by side. It's breathtaking. Ålesund comes next, a little town built in Art Nouveau style after a fire destroyed it in 1904. From the lookout point, you see the whole city surrounded by water and islands. Finally, Tromsø. Now, depending on when you go, you'll either get the midnight sun, where the sun never sets, or the northern lights dancing across the sky. Either way, it's pure magic. This cruise isn't about shopping malls or flashy entertainment. It's about standing on deck, wrapped in a jacket, watching nature show off. Every turn of the ship reveals a new postcard view. It's quiet, peaceful, and unforgettable. Route 4. Alaska Inside Passage. From Norway, let's cross the Atlantic to another icy wonder, Alaska. The cruise usually starts in Vancouver, Canada, and sails north. The first stop, Ketchikan. Wooden houses on stilts, colorful totem poles, and seaplanes buzzing overhead. It feels like an old frontier town. Next is Juneau. The wild part? You can't drive there. No roads. You can only get in by sea or air. From here, you can take a helicopter to Mindenhall Glacier, landing on ice that's been frozen for centuries. Or go whale watching, humpback whales breaching right in front of you. Skagway is like stepping back into the gold rush days. Wooden sidewalks, saloons, and the White Pass Railway, a train ride that climbs through mountains, past rivers, and into pure wilderness. And then Glacier Bay. Honestly, this is the showstopper. Imagine an entire wall of ice, groaning, cracking, and then collapsing into the sea with a sound like thunder. Everyone on deck goes silent when it happens. It's that powerful. This route is wild, untamed, and raw. The kind of trip that makes you realize how small we are compared to nature. Route 5, Southeast Asia Adventure. Next up, Southeast Asia. And here, every stop feels like a new world. You start in Singapore. Clean, futuristic, skyscrapers mixed with temples, and food that could honestly be the best in the world. Then it's Penang, Malaysia. Street food, murals on walls, colonial architecture. It's a city that blends old and new. Phuket, Thailand is all about beaches and nightlife. By day, you take a boat out to the Phi Phi Islands, limestone cliffs rising straight from the sea. By night, Patong turns into one of the liveliest party scenes in Asia. And then Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. This place is chaos, in the best way. Millions of motorbikes, buzzing markets, temples squeezed between skyscrapers, and food stalls serving coffee so strong it'll keep you awake all night. This cruise is exotic, colorful, and full of surprises. One day you're lying on a beach, the next you're haggling in a market, and the next you're exploring history from the Vietnam War. It's a roller coaster for your senses. And finally, the ultimate, Antarctica. You start in Ushuaia, Argentina, the southernmost city in the world. Then comes the Drake Passage. Whew. Rough seas, waves taller than buses. It's legendary. But once you cross it, you're in another planet. The ship sails into the Antarctic Peninsula. Icebergs the size of buildings, mountains covered in snow, penguins marching in lines like little armies. You'll visit the South Shetland Islands, home to seals and seabirds, and Deception Island, a volcanic caldera where you can actually step onto black sand beaches while surrounded by snow. Here, there are no malls, no cities, just silence, ice, and wildlife. You'll take small zodiac boats to land on the shore, walk among penguins, maybe kayak between icebergs. Some cruises even let you camp overnight on the ice. The ships are small, luxury expedition vessels with heated lounges, panoramic windows, and guides who know the land inside out. It's not cheap, between $6,000 and $15,000, but it's the ultimate adventure, the kind of trip that changes you. Because once you've seen Antarctica, you realize how wild and untouched our planet still is. So there you have it, 6 cruises that take you to the most scenic corners of the Earth. From tropical Caribbean islands to Middle Eastern deserts, from Norway's fjords to Alaska's glaciers, from Asia's flavors to Antarctica's ice. These journeys prove one thing: the world is way too beautiful to stay in one place. If you could only choose one, which would it be? Drop it in the comments. Personally, I'm torn between Norway and Antarctica. If you enjoyed this journey, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, because I've got more dream destinations to share with you. Until next time, happy cruising.